Hello everyone, DMFF here, and welcome to my Farlight 84 Beginner's Guide. If you want to see more content like this, like how to get started playing overall on PC, let me know down in the comment section. Anyway, let's start this beginner guide. First, let's talk about roles and heroes within each role. There are 4 roles in this game, and each hero within these roles provides something different for your team. Attack characters, such as Lucinda here, are going to be focused on doing the most amount of damage possible. If you are someone who likes to deal damage and has a pretty aggressive playstyle, this may be the role for you. Gorilla is another type of role, just like Maggie here is Gorilla. These characters have a lot of movement and like to do bursts of damage, get away, and kind of, as the name suggests, have guerrilla warfare in their tactics. They're very trickstery and typically have a lot of movement, so they can get away and get in really quickly when needed. If you like to have a lot of movement, but not quite as much damage, Gorilla is great for that. Scout is a great sniper class, such as Phantom here, is an excellent sniper, with abilities to be able to do scouting or even go invisible. These characters here are great for sniping ability, so if you're a good sniper and you want to be able to scout out ahead with your abilities, Scout is actually an excellent role for you. Control, the final of these roles here, and Momoy here is an awesome demonstration of that. Control characters, as their name suggests, have crowd control. They are not quite tanks, but they usually have some form of mobility as well as some kind of utility for the team. Being able to have crowd control or even additional backup in Momoy's case, where her ultimate has an additional character basically that comes out and attacks in melee range and can really mess people up. If you like to have a more control-based strategy with this game, Control is actually a really great role for you. I would recommend trying each and every character out yourself, going through the characters and looking at the abilities, such as we'll check Bo here. His first tactical skill, Corrupt Gaze. Click the little video here, and it will load and show you exactly what these abilities do. Do this for each character. Watch every single little video so then that way you can be familiar with every character's abilities. More knowledge on information like that is going to provide you an advantage that others may not have. Now that you have chosen your role and your favorite characters of your choice, I would definitely recommend having a hero in each role. That way you can fill whatever role is necessary for your team. But also keep in mind, each hero is going to be different. Use the one that suits your playstyle the most. Next, we're going to move on to weapons. There are many different weapons in this game. As you can see here, there are assault rifles, which are good close, mid, and somewhat long range, depending on the assault rifle. SMGs are great close range that can deal a lot of damage up close very quickly. Same with shotguns. They're a bit more bursty, but you have to make sure to hit your spread with the shotguns. Sniper rifles go long range and deal really heavy damage. DMRs are like an in-between of assault rifle and sniper rifle. One shot, but can be used at long distance and medium range to great effect. There is only one pistol in the game, and it is very rare, so we will get into that when we get into that, and same with the other category. We will start with the assault rifle. First, we will start off with the Predator. Each shot from the Predator does 24 damage with a rate of fire of 7.1. It has a stock magazine of 20 rounds and can fit attachments of vertical foregrip or angled foregrip, a magazine, or tactical stock. The Predator features stable recoil with a slower rate of fire than most. For the first 2 shots, that ramps up. By the 5th shot, it reaches its maximum rate of fire. This is a gun that you should avoid hip firing with since it takes longer to start and ramp up. Maintain your continuous fire to maximize DPS with the Predator. Next, we have the Ranger Assault Rifle, which each shot does 23 damage, has a rate of fire of 12.5. Its magazine stock is 20 and can have attachments for vertical and angled foregrips, magazine, and tactical stocks. The Ranger is a stable assault rifle and perfect for beginners or those who dislike managing recoil. The first 2 shots that fire from this gun are actually the fastest, allowing for quick 2-round burst shots to boost DPS. Next, we have the M4 assault rifle, which does 17 damage per shot, has a rate of fire of 13.5, and a stock magazine of 25. Its attachments that it can have are muzzle brakes, vertical and or angled foregrips, magazine, tactical stocks, and a scope of 1, 2, or 4 times. The M4 is known for its low recoil and extended range, making it an excellent choice for mid to long range engagements. Use it to wear down enemies before closing it. Next, we have the AK-77 assault rifle. Damage for this per shot is 23, with a rate of fire of 10, and a magazine stock of 25. Attachments include muzzle brake, magazine, tactical stock, 1, 2, and 4x scopes. The AK-77's powerful recoil and burst fire make it ideal for skilled players. Use burst fire for controlled medium-range engagements. So you don't want to just hold down your mouse button for the entire time that you have this, as this has a large recoil. Now we have the Invader assault rifle, which does 30 damage per shot, has a fire rate of 6.3, a magazine of 20, and can have the attachments of vertical or angled foregrip, magazine, and a tactical stock. The Invader has a slow rate of fire, but it's very stable and makes it for excellent sustained fire at medium to long ranges. Due to its slower fire rate, it's not ideal for close quarters combat. Use it for suppressive fire from a distance, utilizing cover and angles for tactical positioning. Now we are on to the Fenrir 33 assault rifle, which does 18 damage per shot, has a rate of fire of 12, and a stock magazine of 20 rounds. Attachments include vertical angled foregrips, magazine, tactical stock, and 1, 2, or 4x scopes. The Fenrir 33's burst fire excels in medium range, offering high stability with minimal recoil. Thus, I would definitely recommend firing this in bursts to be able to offer that minimal recoil and stability. Penultimately, we have the M16 assault rifle, which has a damage of 24 per shot, rate of fire of 3.3, and a stock magazine of 24. Attachments include muzzle brakes, magazines, tactical stocks, and 1, 2, or 4x scopes. The M16's 3-round burst offers excellent stability, making it perfect for medium to long range accuracy, and actually does halfway decent damage if you can hit your shots with this. Finally, we have the VSS assault rifle, which does 14 damage per shot, has a rate of fire of 14.9, and a stock magazine of 20. Attachments include muzzle brakes, magazines, and tactical stocks. The VSS has a built-in 4x scope, making it ideal for mid to long range engagements, and you don't have to sacrifice a scope or look for a scope in order to use this assault rifle for that purpose. It has incredible stability, and I highly recommend it for these mid to long range fights. Now that was the assault rifles. Great overall weapons. Now we are on to the SMG, or the submachine gun. To start, we have the UMP, or the UMP, whatever you want to call it, which has damage per shot of 17, rate of fire of 14.3, and a stock magazine of 22. Attachments include muzzle brakes, foregrip of the vertical or angled variety, magazine, tactical stock, or 1 to 2x scopes. The UMP's low recoil and stability make it perfect for beginners. Its stability allows for smooth firing while moving, making it ideal for close quarters combat and hip firing. Next, we have the PDW-7, which has a damage of 17 per shot, rate of fire of 15.9, and a stock magazine of 22. Attachments that you can find include magazines, tactical stocks, and 1 or 2x scopes. The PDW-7's high damage and fire rate make it deadly for quick eliminations, but it has high recoil and requires careful control, especially at medium range. Best used for very close quarters combat. Next, we have the Vector SMG, which has a damage of 14 per shot, rate of fire of 18.2, and a stock magazine of 22. Attachments include muzzle brakes, magazines, tactical stocks, and 1 or 2x scopes. The Vector has minimal recoil from hip firing and from looking down sights, and is very good in close quarters combat to medium range combat. I wouldn't use this in long range combat whatsoever, but this is one of my favorite SMGs in the game. Next, we have the Fanatic SMG, which has a damage of 20 per shot, a rate of fire of 3.4, and a magazine of 32. Possible attachments include magazines, tactical stocks, and 1 to 2x scopes. The Fanatic's 4-round burst is ideal for precision shots at medium range. Take advantage of its high accuracy for strategic engagements. This is going to be a higher damage SMG, but that rate of fire is very slow. Would not recommend it in close quarters combat due to that slow rate of fire. Last but not least, we have the Uzi 9 SMG, which has a damage of 14 per shot, rate of fire of 18.2, and a stock magazine amount of 22 rounds. Possible attachments include muzzle brakes, magazines, tactical stocks, and 1 to 2x scopes. The Uzi boasts incredible high rate of fire, which can deliver deadly DPS in close range fights. But keep engagements short and close to maximize damage output. Next, we have shotguns, which are also great close quarters combat guns. And we will start with the M880 shotgun, which has a damage of 119, a rate of fire of 1.1, and a stock magazine amount of 5. Attachments include muzzle brakes, tactical stocks, and 1 to 2x scopes. The M880 boasts the second highest single shot damage, perfect for close encounters fights and tight area fights. It does have a slow rate of fire and small magazine, so you need to be sure that you are accurate with this gun. Next, we have the Striker 12 shotgun, which has a damage of 100, a rate of fire of 2.1, and a magazine of 6. Attachments include muzzle brakes, tactical stocks, and 1 to 2x scopes. Similar to the M880, the Striker 12 offers powerful single-shot damage, but with a faster rate of fire and larger magazine, ideal for chaotic engagements. Finally, we have the Eliminator shotgun, which is a rare red shotgun that only drops from drops. The Eliminator shotgun has damage of 84, a rate of fire of 3, and a magazine of 8. Attachments included are 1 to 2x scopes. The Eliminator is a rare shotgun available only during airdrops. With a higher rate of fire and larger magazine, it excels in continuous high damage combat, allowing for quick maneuvers and suppression of multiple enemies. Now, we are on to sniper rifles, the long-range weapons. Sniper rifles are the masters of long range and excel in delivering deadly headshots from afar. First, we have the Bar 95 sniper rifle. With a damage of 100 per shot, rate of fire of 0.7, and a magazine of 4. Attachments include muzzle brakes, magazines, sniper stock, and 1, 2, 4, or even 8x scopes. The Bar 95 is perfect for high-damage long-range eliminations. Aim for headshots to maximize damage potential. Next, and last but not least at the same time, we have the Arbiter sniper rifle, which boasts a damage of 180, rate of fire of 0.5, and a magazine of 4. Attachments, it comes with an 8x scope and cannot take any additional attachments. Only available via airdrops and is another red weapon. The Arbiter's huge power makes it a capable one-shot headshot eliminator, making it highly sought after in the endgame, or even the mid-game, if you are happenstantially around a airdrop nearby. Next, we move on to a kind of cousin to the sniper rifle. It's almost a cross between an assault rifle and a sniper rifle, and those are the DMRs. Similarly to sniper rifles, there's only two of them, the first being the MK24 DMR. Damage 42 per shot, with a rate of fire of 4. Magazine is stock of 8 rounds. Attachments include muzzle brakes, magazines, sniper stocks, and 1, 2, 4, or 8x scopes. The MK24's higher fire rate and low recoil make it ideal for beginners and allow for quick, repeated shots from mid to long range. This is one of my favorite guns in the entire game, as if you are accurate and able to hit all of those shots, you are putting down some good damage on them from that medium to long range. Next, we have the Thunder DMR. The Thunder DMR has a damage of 65 per shot, rate of fire of 1.9, magazine of 6. Attachments include muzzle brakes, magazines, sniper stocks, and 1, 2, 4, or 8x scopes. The Thunder offers balanced damage and stability, making it a nice all-rounder for long-range to medium-range engagements. Better for long range, as it does have a bit higher accuracy and lower fire rate than MK24 DMR. Now that we have covered the main weapons that you will see out in the wilds, in the chests, we are now on to some special weapons that you can only get from airdrops. I have already gone over the Arbiter and Eliminator shotgun, which are both red weapons, but we are going to cover the other two now. First on the list, we have the revolver. The Duelist Revolver, a heavy-hitting, high-caliber revolver. It has a damage of 68 per shot, a fire rate of 2.6, and a magazine of 9. It comes equipped with a 2x, and it can equip 1 and 2x scopes. This pistol is incredibly accurate when firing down the sights. You can use it close range or far range to great effect and decent damage. Faster fire rate than your standard DMR or sniper rifle makes this a very deadly choice at all ranges. Finally, to round off the weapons, we have the MG7 LMG, a light machine gun. Considered a support-type light machine gun that has good damage, suppressive fire, and a large magazine. Damage is 27 per shot, a fire rate of 8.3, and a magazine of 65. This is great for suppressive fire and also great for putting down damage in prolonged fights. Now that we have covered all of the weapons in the game, it is now time to cover the buddies in the game. That makes it a pet capture battle royale. Buddies can be used for various tasks, once, basically as like an additional skill. Here we will cover all of the buddies and let you know what each of them do. First, we will start with Petal Peeper. Petal Peeper can scan the vicinity and mark enemies detected on the map. The smaller the safe zone, the smaller Petal Peeper's scanning range will be. Reapers within range will receive a special mark. Petal Peeper's location will be exposed once it starts scanning. Next, we have Snatchpaw, a raccoon-like buddy. Snatchpaw will appear close to the nearest enemy and steal a random resource, excluding weapons and shields, from them, and return it to the player. A trail will appear between the target and the light collar, allowing the former to pursue the latter. Next, we have Zephy. Zephy generates a wind that increases the movement speed of downwind players and reduces the movement speed of upwind players. If Zephy is knocked down, the wind will stop. Squeaky is the next buddy. Squeaky can launch the player like a missile. The light catcher will create an influence on the vicinity where they land. If Squeaky is knocked down while in cannon mode, it deals indiscriminate explosion damage to everything nearby. Morph Drake is a strange buddy here. Morph Drake can transform the player into random objects that moves automatically. The transformation lasts for a certain amount of time and will also end if the player is attacked. Scanning skills will work on the transformed player as normal. Buzzy is a support type buddy. Buzzy can move to the nearest downed squad mate or loot box and move it to your location. While being moved, the downed squad mate will gain high damage reduction. After the move is complete, the time required for the rescue or revival is reduced. Sparky is an attack-type pet. Sparky can be deployed as a grenade. Upon landing, Sparky will explode after a short delay, dealing damage to nearby players, vehicles, and other objects. If Sparky is knocked down before the explosion happens, the explosion won't occur. Then we have Smokey. Smokey is another support type, as it generates spherical smoke clouds at its position and starts jumping continuously. Every time it jumps, it generates another smoke cloud. Now, these next two buddies are very rare and usually only found in airdrops. They are both very, very powerful, and I will get into them now. Storm Empress is a powerful buddy. Storm Empress conjures a storm in the target direction. The storm will lift players into the air and send them flying. If Storm Empress is knocked down while conjuring the storm won't be deployed. The storm itself lasts for a very long time and is indiscriminate. It will send players, whether friendly or foe, into the air and even do damage to them. Sometimes end circles can send people completely out of the circle, including yourself. Not recommended in tight circles. Finally, and probably the best pet in the game, in my opinion, is Time Dominator. Time Dominator, once it's deployed to the target location, will prepare to cast a spell, gradually moving the next safe zone to its location. If Time Dominator is knocked down while casting the spell, the safe zone will not move, or it will stop moving. And those are the buddies for the game. Make sure that you are constantly capturing buddies to utilize their special effects when needed for additional damage, scouting, or anything else your heart desires. There are various different types of vehicles in this game: wheeled, hover, and bionic. Each of these vehicle types are quite rare and difficult to find, but if you are able to get them, you can transverse across the land pretty easily. For wheeled vehicles, we have the Syrup Truck, Mobile Turret, and Blazing Infantry. For hover vehicles, we have the Hover Bike, Hovercraft, air beast, hover car, which is the most common, gunboat, and war falcon. And for bionic vehicles, we have single pilot mech, war spider, four-legged lizard, and rocket tarantula. Each of these have weapons attached to them that you can utilize within the fight. Now that we have gone over all of the roles, the heroes within and the roles, weapons, buddies, and vehicles, we will now talk strategy. As soon as you are on your AirPods and ready to drop, take a look at the map. Find locations that have a nice cluster of gold chests and drop in that location with your teammate. Try to each drop at your own gold chest that's nearby, so then that way you can get higher level gear almost immediately. You can see these chests on the map as gold diamond-shaped markers on the map. Once you have done this, attempt to reconvene with your teammate and go for the experienced kiosks that will be spawning shortly. Extra experience means that you get to level up your skills more quickly. So go for these and open as many chests as possible, as they all grant experience. Kills and assists will do the same. Work with your teammate to loot and clear houses, and be aware of any footsteps that you may hear nearby. At this point in the game, you should be out-leveling the people in the vicinity. If you are, and you can tell by how many shields they have, then you can pick a fight with them and most likely take the victory from them. If you notice that there is a team that outlevels you, do not try to pick a fight with them and try to retreat to a new area instead. Also make sure to catch any buddies that may be in the area, so then that way you may be able to utilize them in upcoming fights. At this point in the game, sponsor boxes will begin to spawn in random locations throughout the map, most of the time within the circle. These are highly contested boxes that must be basically charged to utilize. Once activated, you must stand within the vicinity of the chest, but you will get 3 random high rarity items, and you will get a chest to spawn that will have multiple high rarity items or buddies. Sometimes you can even find higher rarity guns in these sponsor boxes. These sponsor boxes are always highly contested, so if you have a buddy or a hero that can scan the area, definitely do so during the mandatory charging period. By the mid-game, drops will begin to occur around the map. These airdrops will contain some of the rarest guns, attachments, and buddies in the game. Prioritize these early to gain the statistical advantage over your opponents. By late game, once you are satisfied with your kit, try and find high ground within the new circles each time. Move silently as the circle begins to shrink smaller and smaller. If you are able to remain quiet and get the jump on your opponents and not get third-partied, then you will be able to come out on top as #1 team very frequently. Alternatively, you could also play a much more aggressive style. After going for the drops and getting the most powerful weapons in the game, you could also go around clearing each building in the area or scan to find your opponents. That way, you could get a jump on them by having vision of them with a scanning device, and you bring yourselves to the fight. This is a very high-risk, high-reward strategy, but if you are able to pull it off, you can also get some pretty sneaky wins. It all depends on your play style. Find what works for you and your teammate. Finally, here are some tips and tricks on how to optimize your gameplay. While you are sprinting, if you crouch, you can start to slide. Utilizing this going downhill, you will be able to gather more momentum. If you jump while going down the hill, you will continue that momentum in the air. If you want to get places rather quickly, going downhill with a slide and a jump can do this, and will also stack with other movement-based abilities. You can also utilize this shot to dodge incoming bullets. You can also perform various actions while sliding, such as shooting, healing, shielding, and reloading. You can crouch while you are trying to revive a downed ally. Use this to your advantage to make your hitbox smaller, so then you don't get knocked down while trying to revive your teammate. While aiming down sights with either the DMR or a sniper rifle, if you hold left shift or whatever button that you rebound it to, while you are sniping, you will hold your breath and will steady your aim. It does not last forever, so only use this right before you are about to take your shot. Do not use weapons solely based on their stats if you have never used them before. I recommend going into one of the training modes and trying out each and every gun to get a feel for what you like and what you don't. Finally, I highly recommend playing this game with a headset that supports directional audio. Being able to have that directional audio directly in your ears will be able to tell you exactly where the footsteps are coming from, so then that way, you can actually know where opponents are. That about does it for today's video for Farlight 84 and today's beginner guide. If you enjoyed the guide, hit that like button, subscribe, and ding that bell. If you want to see further Farlight 84 content, let me know down in the comments section. Also, if you want to support me further, check me out on Patreon. The link is in the description. Thank you so much to KML3170, my VIP DMFFer. Thank you so much to everyone watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Take care.